Well, hello. My name is Daddy-O. I do some YouTube and a little bit of Uber from time to time. This is a different video. I do an Uber rental, and this is not about that. All right. I've done quite a few videos in the past about the Uber rental program, and that's what this channel's kind of become. Uh, I can't do any more videos about renting a vehicle for Uber. All right. It's not that they've told me to stop. It's just I can't do this anymore. All right. I have done so many videos on the Uber rental program that if you haven't caught on to the game, to the idea of it, I am sorry. All right. We're going to talk about something different today. And this will join hands with you guys that are doing Uber. All right. I want to tell you how you may want to approach not just Uber, but copying me. Copy Daddy-O on what he's done if you're an Uber driver. All right. Let's just lay it out there. YouTube is not that hard to do. This is one of those videos. And I've explained, and I think I have quite a few followers or people that follow this channel now that understand that Daddy-O ain't gonna pull no wool over your eyes. I'm not gonna tell you a bunch of stuff that's not real, not happening. So if you're new here, hang to the end of the video. I'm gonna go over some stuff that if you're an Uber driver, you may want to consider copying what Daddy-O has done. All right. Here we go. Let's talk about this. Subscribe, ring the bell, do the thumbs up. The thumbs up's a big one, the bell, all that kind of good stuff. You can subscribe, Daddy-O cup of coffee, all that's in the bottom, in the description. Someone asked me the other day where to find the coffee thing. It's in the description. All right. Daddy-O, and I have talked about this a long time ago on the original part of this channel. This channel was originally set up, and let me explain a little bit here so you know where we're going to with this. I'm going to try to tell you how to make some more money if you're an Uber driver, or at least try to, okay? Or at least have some fun while you're doing your Ubering. So pay attention today. This channel here, now this video, I promise you, will not get as many views as my normal videos do on this channel. And I'm going to explain why. Because I'm going to explain how to do what I've done. All right? In this video. So if you're an Uber driver, hang on. You may want to consider what I'm going to talk about today. Daddy-O, a week ago, started doing some YouTube. I started doing faceless channels, and I started putting up faceless videos. And I found it was so easy that Daddy-O wanted to do something to talk about it. This was cool. I was not doing any editing. I found out you didn't have to do that. AI did it all. That started this channel, me talking about doing faceless videos. Now, when you start a channel on YouTube, they tell you want to do a channel on something you know something about. All right. Daddy-O had no clue about doing faceless. He had no clue at all about faceless. He had only been doing it a month maybe, and found out that all the videos were so easy to do. They're easy to put up. Let's have some fun with this. This is great. Then I wanted to start talking about it. Well, Daddy-O money thought I was going to create some channels to start making some YouTube money doing faceless. Now, I'm going to get to the Uber stuff, so hang with me, all right? This is kind of important if you're wanting to copy what Daddy-O has done. I started producing these videos, doing the faceless. Started talking about it on this channel. There are videos on here, me doing this, talking about doing faceless and how easy it was. Everyone should be doing this. Grab you some YouTube real estate, put up your videos, blah, blah, blah. It's easy to do. And it's easy to do. July the 15th, it's not that things changed. It's just that the AI that YouTube started using started sniffing out channels like I was doing and a lot of other people. There have been, in the last couple months here, there have been some big channels that have just completely got cut out of money. They're not making no money no more because they were doing the same thing I was doing. All right, they were making big money. I was trying to get to that level, and on this channel, I was talking about it. You can't do what I was doing anymore. You have to do some other stuff. Now, Faceless is still available. I'm still in that avenue also. But on this channel here, I started talking about doing Uber one day, and that video took off. Talking about Uber. I kept on talking about Faceless. Then I started talking about Uber again, and that video did real well. So I kept on trying to talk about Uber a little bit more. Well, the thing is, when you start a channel, they tell you to do something you know something about. I knew nothing about Faceless. I was talking about it, though, acting like I really did, because what I was doing was easy. You can't do that no more. So we cut that out of the program anymore for this channel. But when I started talking about Uber, and Uber, people started wanting to click on and find out what I was talking about. Well, I knew a lot about Uber. They tell you to do that. If you know a subject real well, that's what your channel needs to be about. If you know something that will help people, and I knew a lot about Uber, but I didn't want an Uber channel. Didn't want that. Had no inclination of doing an Uber channel. Didn't want to be involved in that. My problem is here now, I've kind of trapped myself on this channel. I have narrowed down my niche so fine on the rental program that the videos that I do about the other stuff, the tips, your acceptance rates, those, they don't get the views, they don't get the click-throughs because people are not interested in that. All right? So you can narrow your niche down so far that you have a hard time breaking out of it. So my niche now has become the Uber rental issue, and I know that real well because I've been doing that for over 3 years. So I've talked about that, and I've continued talking about it because it's great. Everything I've said about the Uber rental program is true, all right? But when you start doing a channel, you need to find what you really know. I should have never started this channel talking about doing Faceless. I should have started this channel right from the beginning talking about something I knew real well, and that was transportation. I've been doing transportation long before Uber. I should have started this channel talking that way. I should have started this channel doing that. So if you're going to do a channel and you're an Uber driver, you got some experience, you can start your channel very easy talking about your experiences out here doing Uber, the little games that you may have learned to play, because I've learned to play some games. I have been doing transportation so freaking long that if it comes to moving people and making some tips, I know how to do that. I have gotten very good at that over the years. Long before Uber, I was able to get my palms greased quite well because I knew how to treat people. I knew how people wanted to be treated when you're moving them from point A to point B. I knew how things needed to be. And in turn, in this channel, I've tried to promote that. I've tried to encourage that because it works. I'm not going to tell you something out here that's not working. And if you want to do a channel, it's very easy to do a channel out here along what you're doing when you're doing your Uber. And I highly encourage drivers to look into that, to find out a way of maybe make it. Now, on this channel here, I'm going to tell you straight up. The first month I got paid November. I got paid $278, some change. That was my first month on YouTube getting paid, being monetized. This month here, I have a check coming in either tomorrow or tomorrow's the 21st of the month, or to the 26th. I have a check coming in of around, it was $370 some. So each month I'm wanting that to grow. So that's what you can do if you're doing Uber. You can create a channel talking about your Uber. All right. Now, if I'd stayed on the YouTube stuff doing that would have never worked. It would have taken a lot longer to grow that channel along that line. All right. Because I was still learning myself. But when it comes to YouTube, I knew what, I mean, to Uber, I knew what I was doing. So if you're going to do your channel, I highly recommend you do you one on something you know real well. If it's woodworking, gardening, whatever it is, do you a channel on something that you know real well. Start with that. All right. And then you can narrow it down. If it's gardening, I've mentioned this before. If it's gardening, you might end up being a tomato channel because your tomato videos are doing real well. So be prepared to narrow that niche down to progress on YouTube. All right. That's the kind of the secret. You want to find something that you do real well or you know something about. If you're doing a face channel, especially. All right. The faceless, we'll talk about that another day because I'm still dabbling in the faceless realm. I've learned some things, especially in the last week. Daddy-O's been kind of not doing a whole bunch of videos because he's been looking at other stuff too. But this seemed to be a topic that some people needed to know about because I get still asked questions on the videos I did, God, almost a year ago now. I get asked questions about doing that. So I highly encourage, it's first year coming up. This is December, almost Christmas next week. Celebrate it. If you're doing an Uber, you may want to look at this year, do the same thing I did, copy, go back and look at the old videos. They're in a playlist called Starting YouTube, I think it was, on this channel. You can go back and look at don't laugh. Don't laugh at the old man. He was learning. And that's what you got to do. If you start a channel, you're going to learn. Those videos, I'm not going to take them down. I want people to see how you have to start or how you start, how embarrassing it is when you start a channel. You're going to make some blunders. You're going to make some mess ups. You're going to say words that you didn't want to say. But understand this. Every one of these videos have been unedited. Nothing's been done to them. They're original. That's the way you can start a channel and use your phone and get started. Anyway, Daddy-O's going to let you go out today. I'm going to do another video before Christmas here, but right now I'm going to let you go for today. Daddy-O's got to go do some Christmas shopping. Have a good afternoon, good evening. Daddy-O out. Bye.